its decisions, and all about that is of course gonna happen right there. And we're actually now in game number 3. And Next Play said, yeah, we won in game number 2. We banned Seraphine. We're gonna ban Seraphine again.
Yeah, and it feels like they just want to avoid this stopper coming from the side of TEAMSECRET. Like, give it to James or give it to Tatsuri. They just know so well how to make use of a Seraphine kind of play. Just find that perfect time to go for the anchor and just stop everyone else in doing their thing, and you gotta answer with the damage output. But still, being respected, a Ryzen's Akali.
Yes. It's an Eve ban. Evelyn ban, okay. Maybe they felt that TeamSecret might pull up Evelyn. Again, mind games with these players. I'm a caster. I'm not that good. Just kidding. But yeah, TeamSecret immediately banned out Fiora, which leaves Camille open for Next Play. They can pick a different champion, but that means Ryzen won't be able to get the typical duelist 1v1, 1v3s type of Baron laner. Let's see what's gonna happen. And I'm actually curious as to what TeamSecret will answer to this. Oh, they immediately got Olaf. She had a phenomenal Olaf game in game number 2, and why fix what's not broken, right? Let's just secure that for ourselves. They can get they got Camille. They can get either a ADC or a support or a mid laner. Orianna is open.
Yeah, and I like... No, TeamSecret's not afraid about... Okay, still picking up a Camille despite having an Olaf already, and we know that Olaf isn't really that affected even with that Hextech ultimatum. But going back to the ban of NEXTPLAY ESPORTS, I feel like this is NEXTPLAY ESPORTS just being... Oh yeah, the Galio, forget about the Galio. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Evelyn first before we jump into another topic. But yeah, the Evelyn, I feel like NEXTPLAY ESPORTS banned this one out just to make sure they're not gonna be pulling off that play that they've done from week 1. You know, having that annoying walking ward as an Evelyn, and at the same time just providing really good vision and just being naughty in the map, being very mobile and bursting out targets. So I think they just want to be just, you know, going for the preemptive strategy onto just making sure that TeamSecret won't be able to pull this off. But yeah, Yuko, you were shocked about the Galio being picked in here.
I like your point. And yeah, how can I forget that Galio was open? The moment he got locked in, I'm sure even the viewers saw this. My reaction went from to it was very of course Galio is gonna get picked, but he could have been picked the first time. But I guess I just really want to prioritize this Camille. Anyway, Next Play answered on Orianna, a Kaisa, Gragas, and still gonna go with that Janna pick. And for TeamSecret, they're all about that CC. See, literally. Autolus and I talked about this. You have the Cataclysm, you have the Hextech Ultimatum. So you have 2 ultimates, you have 2 domes that can lock a lot of champions or a lot of enemies. Also, that can be the opening for Tatsuri on this Galio or Galio first, whichever TeamSecret prefers. And if whenever someone wants to get away or someone tries to go on their faces, you have Lux's first skill. So TeamSecret is now Team CC, and I love it.
Yeah, TeamSecret is now Team CC, apparently not TS anymore. But yeah, going back, I'm gonna be taking a look at the mid lane matchup in here, I'm gonna give it to the Orianna, especially if we're talking about fast clearing of the minion waves, going for that pokes, because we can still treat Galio as a melee champion that having, you know, just gonna be relying on to the first ability to poke out targets. So maybe up until the mid to late game time, we can rely on the Galio in the mid. But this is Tatsuri we're talking about. We're not talking about, you know, regular players just like us in the ranked games going for some, hey, I have to pick Galio because it's open.
is better than me, by the way.
Oh, no, we're all good. But yeah, going back to that mid lane matchup, I'm gonna give it to Orianna, early stages of the game. But for the dual laners, you can see that pretty similar. I mean, everyone can poke each other out, but they gotta be scared about the range that the Draven can do in the bot lane part of the map as well. Not only that, you know, there's the light binding that the Lux can pull off in order to secure and help out the Draven into finding the targets. But at the top, Yuko, what can you say about the Gragas and the Camille?
Okay, so I have to say that during the early game, Gragas will, he can literally throw Camille off guard and just watch her fly away. But whenever Camille will be able to go up against Gragas or be there face to face, she obviously has the advantage because Camille is all about that fighting full on 1v1. So one of the things that Horizon could do on this Gragas is not let, I know I'm saying the obvious, but not let Camille jump to his face. Also, maybe wait for his ultimate to be up and then rotate. Yeah, that's one of the things that they could do.
Yeah, for sure. I know the memes are coming here and there in the talent group chat. It's kind of
I'm seeing my face, TeamSecret.
Yeah. So you talked about the CC lock that is present in the Camille and the Jarvan, and it's obvious that NEXPLAY Esports answered back as well with having both the Janna as well as the Gragas, and having those ultimates specially spent on to ganks that TeamSecret might potentially do right even before an objective is looking scary as well, because if we're gonna talking about contest as well, it's gonna be a matter of going to be in a matter of execution, because both of them can dish out massive amounts of damage. The Cathian Rain and of course the ball coming out from the Orianna can hurt a lot, especially especially to those who might be frontlining for the side of TeamSecret. Could be the Jarvan, the Camille, or the Gachu. But at the same time, you cannot discount what the Draven can do as well. Again, give him a kill, he's gonna get massive amounts of gold, and he's able to get the itemization that he needs, going for that power spike. Then this is gonna be looking like a scary Draven. This is not gonna get banned a while ago if this is also not scary if not given a chance.
That's true. And even though these two drafts are leaning a tad bit more onto the late game, we've seen TeamSecret, we've seen NEXPLAY Esports. They will be online in the early to mid game. So their play times are usually 12, 14 minutes, 18 minutes at most. So let's see how long will this game number 3 be, of course, the last game for the series. Who will win? Comment down. The NEXPLAY Esports or TeamSecret? Also, I just saw the memes, and TeamSecret apparently posted on their Facebook.
Yeah, internet is fine. It's kind of obvious in the quality. Yeah, going back to the game, this is game 3 of the match between NEXPLAY Esports versus TeamSecret, a 1-1 score. But if we're gonna be taking a look at the draft, it's kind of even. It will now just boil down onto the execution of these two teams. So it's kind of hard to judge as well as us casters.
Definitely. And we're looking, or rather seeing, a relatively conservative early game, which is very weird because I usually see people just punching each other out early on. But I guess we just want to play it safe. Again, this is game 3. Last game possibly. And earlier on, the DR lane or the duo lane for TeamSecret, they have the early game advantage solely because Draven was able to clear the main wave earlier. Heals coming into disaster, and looks like the jungler gave them a visit. Let's see if they're gonna go with the gank, but we were now here at the mid lane, and he jumps straight into the dragon lane. He is just waiting. Let's see. Trevor is actually gonna jump. Looks like no poison. You're not gonna connect. And look, disaster. He came in, and look at what's gonna happen. Gretchen was able to get that first kill, and man, the aggression coming in from TeamSecret. They really want to get that early game advantage, even though that was disaster. That was still a support, that's still the disengager, and the kill went over to Chewy.
Yeah, doesn't matter. That was League of Draven going on to the Draven. Give him massive amounts of gold. That's totally fine, regardless if he managed to kill a support or an ADC. So that's still looking good, and it feels like that's kind of a similar strategy that NEXPLAY Esports has pulled off when they were in the red side. So again, that was a really nice sandwich going on to the bottom lane. Maybe it can be executed fairly even better if the Jarvan got the ultimate available, but doesn't matter. They managed to take down the target and give that first blood onto the Draven. But for the meantime, other matchup in other lanes in the mid as well on the top side are just looking pretty standard and not one really is getting the lead so far, except for the Draven, of course.
I guess it's back to regular programming or back to the drawing board for these two teams. For esports, I honestly expect them to rotate more, but at the same time, I understand that they need the gold, they need the farm, so they're gonna commit on to farming. Team Secret, they do not want to, even though that's just one kill, that is still first blood, they do not want to give the advantage out that easy. Ultimate is available for Tetsui right here. Ignite is up there as well, and as well as Oriana, but looks like they are just gonna play it out calmly in the mid lane. No action, not much action coming in from the Baron lane as well. I guess more aggression from the Dragon lane, solely because there's four of them, so they can just be as much aggressive as they want. Azar clearing out, of course, the neutral jungle creeps, and he is gonna clear that minions. Nice last hit, of course. It's a pretty calm game. I guess we're just gonna see the craziness or the fights once the Dragon is up, which will happen in 7 seconds.
Yeah, and given that the Gragas has an advantage into clearing off the minion waves onto the top side, he can definitely join the potential 5-man fight that may happen. But I think an action is happening onto the top side. We are not just seeing that on the screen, but the HP bars are going so low for both sides.
Yeah, and then Ghost Shadow Rising was able to at least keep up with what Azar is dishing out. But here looking, I told you, the Dragon area, man, look at that jump in! Fast for the top right there. Oriana is the first one to say goodbye. They flashed in. Olaf says goodbye there as well. Draven picking up kill after kill, and that is the a 2-0 in favor of Team Secret, and looks like it's gonna be an uncontested uncontested Dragon. Disaster is looking at the side. He has flash. He can steal that if he wants to. Okay, it's a chance. I do that.
That's gonna be tough as a support, especially if you're gonna be in front of Trevor as a Jarvan. But I think what went so well by teams from the side of Team Secret in that fight was Azar stopping the Gragas from joining that fight. We did see the Gragas going for the teleport already to get the first few itemizations that he very much needed before going on to the first Drake. And Camille, Azar, stopping that TP or teleport by the Gragas actually helped out. So that was a nice strategy coming from Azar, helping out his teammates even he was far away.
It basically delayed the plan that their opponents have. Next objective is going to be up in 25 seconds. However, looks like most champions from Team Secret is going over to the Dragon lane. I see the logic. You'd want to shut down Uze on this Kaisa, but looks like Gragas is still holding his ground at the mid lane. Just walking around with his axe, just doing just chi things, and you have Gragas just there at the Baron lane, but looks like they wanna have another fight at the Rift Herald area. Team Secret already giving this objective a start, but looks like okay. No shot calling needed as Azar jumped in and tried to put a handful of damage on the Rising, but looks like the Cataclysm being popped in from Team Secret. Look at the stay in the Moonstone gonna be popped there as well. Beautiful try coming in from Disaster, and the Catering gonna be popped. Will someone die? Nope, Red Team was able to get that Rift Herald, and Killer Instinct being popped by Uzi. Apparently, he Killer Instinct his way into his death, and Team Secret's still gonna go with the re-engage. There are shields. He is safe. Chewie still alive.
Gotta love the turn that the members of Team Secret did there. Hold a thought. Oh my goodness! Unfortunately, we did not see that in the camera. But if you were actually taking a look at the minimap, that was Disaster flashing in to secure that kill onto Chewie's Draven, shutting down the Draven who actually got the first blood a while ago. As you can see, the flash has been spent. Man, this is I think the second time that Disaster has actually did that kind of play.
Yeah, Disaster is a mood. Need I tell you? All the supports out there, oh no, I killed the enemy. My ADC is not here. Well, more gold for me then. But yeah, it goes to show that even though Disaster is alone, he can still sustain himself. And Janna is a utility champ, but she can still kill, So everyone from both NEXPLAY and Team Secret, they're scary.
Yeah, but again, sorry, I just got stomped by that Disaster play from the minimap. You can imagine what was happening in there because again, Chewie had to get some shields from Hamis to survive that slither of health that he's got a while ago. But yeah, going back to the turn that TeamSecret has actually managed to pull off, and the Herald contest was actually perfect. I mean, finding the perfect target as well, but NEXPLAY Esports was lacking in terms of position too, because again, they were scattered all over the place, and if you are scattered, you don't know what to prio target. You don't know where you will meet up opponents because you are scattered, and that was a pretty pretty walled area, and it's hard to find a good position. So again, getting the lead into the positioning, you got a better vision overall.
Yep, that is true. Also, you talked about splitting up your opponents, right? When you have 2 lockdown ultimates, you can actually do that. I'm looking at the Hexag Ultimatum and the Cataclysm right here, but of course, a lot of things can still happen. Infernal Drake, all about the damage, is now up. TeamSecret, of course, still want to get this objective. They did summon the Repel in the mid lane as well, so whether you're just here, someone is looking at the mid lane, but look at that, the shock actually connect, but you know what connects? The Hexag Ultimatum and the Cataclysm! Oh, look, says goodbye. They still want to give it a go. They are locking it. As the a double kill be secured by TeamSecret. That Orianna says goodbye. And of course, Uzi says goodbye as well. He got taken out by Azar, and that is gonna be an ace! First ace of the game, 9 minutes in, they got a dragon, they got a turret, and you can see the official mobile partner Oppo Reno 5 flex those phone, guys. And yeah, TeamSecret, they just pulled off this composition so well. We talked about this earlier. The ultimates from these 2 champions, NEXPLAY Esports will not be able to get out. And also, I said that if you at least go up against NEXPLAY or try to beat toe-to-toe with them, you CC the living hell out of their team. That's, yeah, I wasn't joking. That's literally what you had to do. And you see, TeamSecret, they're making it work.
And if you compare the gold that the Kaisa currently has in comparison to what Draven currently has, that is 5k versus an 8k amount of gold. This is a totally online Draven, although getting shut down a while ago, but you also got to be scared about a 108 KDA Lux. I mean, the itemization is still on point. So as, I mean, the Galio, we just can call it TeamSecret just going online, but for the meantime, what's happening is the buff.
Hello, Azar, says the NEXPLAY Esports right here, but apparently the live steal as well as Camille just being very slippery was the one that revealed he got some healing in, but look at the Baron side. NEXPLAY Esports, they discovered TeamSecret is trying to get the Baron. When they go with the steal, they have to, but nope, they got the Baron and they're gonna charge in. Camille says hello, look at that slow coming in from Azar. He front and spark apparently did connect, but will not be enough to actually take out Disaster unless someone flashes in. Nice first kill, able to stop Azar from chasing him any longer. But you know, Camille with the hook shot and all that stuff, looks like she wanted to focus on just she can. The shield, the passive did proc. Alright, is now onto his face, and and Camille just goes back. Looking at the mid lane though, Trevor just gonna clear the minion wave, and just they want to make sure that the minion equilibrium is gonna be in their favor. You also have Galio, you also have Tetsuri alone at the Baron lane, also shoving minions. They're all on shoving minion duty, okay? They have to make sure that the lanes are constantly being pushed. Also, we are reaching the 12-minute mark. Ultimates are up except for Chewie's ultimate here. And yeah, TeamSecret, they're just rotating just fine. They do not want to give any oxygen or give any opening to NEXPLAY Esports. First, we're gonna use that minion wave. I'm gonna lift that minion wave up, but nope, it's not enough to actually keep TeamSecret away. Goodness me! Looks like TeamSecret is getting the advantage that they need. However, NEXPLAY Esports, they can try to prolong this and just wait for them to scale or go online.
I mean, they got a Baron buff, so you gotta take advantage of the laning once more as you utilize the time of the buff that you've got. A while ago, we did see that Azar is actually trying to chase 1 or 2 targets down bottom part of the map, but it's mostly the idea as well is this Camille just diverting the attention of the members of NEXPLAY Esports. But yeah, For the meantime though, these are still buff getting utilized overall. We find a kill going bottom part of the map. Doesn't matter. That's another kill. This is gonna be a 4v5 fight just in case. Anytime soon.
Ikeith and Rain did connect and it dished out a handful of damage, but it was not enough for TeamSecret to actually go back. Azar being able to take out Ryzen, it's now equal to him being able to get out. It translated to a turret, taking out him with the ultimate coming from Galio. Goodness me! And of course, Cataclysm is gonna be out there as well. TeamSecret and Rain. We are kind of overextending, but you know what? We got the turret. Let's try to give it a go. One champion down. They still want to go at it. No, okay. Azar just went over to the dragon lane and took out some minions. Chule was not present there, and apparently there's going to be no shockwave for NEXPLAY ESPORTS in that fight. Did you see that? Got Hero's entrance and the Cataclysm. It's again all about that lockdown, all about that skills, and I wish I find teammates this good.
I wish so too. I mean, especially in ranked games. I mean, but at least I'm so thankful about the role queue. We gotta select the role that we want to play in ranked games. But as of the moment, we gotta take a look at what is happening onto NEXPLAY Esports. They are at a huge disadvantage. Not gonna lie, this is 20k gold lead, and rarely we would see this huge amount of gap in terms of gold. Normally we just see around 10k, but this is way too much.
Way too much indeed. Also, need I tell you, TeamSecret already got 8 turrets and NEXPLAY has yet to get their first turret. The turrets from TeamSecret is looking very, very healthy in literally all the lanes, and well, looks like there's gonna be a non-contested Baron for the side of TeamSecret. Joshie's nowhere near where they are. Kaisa is very squishy even if she tries to go with the steal. So yeah, TeamSecret took that advantage and they got another Baron buff. They're gonna keep on pushing. They just need to wait for an opening or one flash to just be the nail on the coffin for the series.
Yeah, for sure. But we're talking about 3 dragons that is already present onto the hands of TeamSecret. Plus they got a Baron buff. Sad to say, I'm so afraid if NEXPLAY Esports, might be, having a tough time into dealing with this kind of pressure. Because again, this seems like it's gonna be it anytime soon.
It is gonna be it, definitely. Of course, the Shockwave did connect, but they have the minion wave. They did have the Cataclysm. Why am I still yelling? Game 3 is done, but that's just how hyped we are.
Legends never die.